Morning guys, I'm just in the process of getting ready. I had an awful night's sleep last night. It was so awful. I'm not going to get into it, but I was so sick, and I'm not going to get into it and then I start talking about it, but yeah, I was just really sick, like vomiting. And the thing is, I didn't eat anything yesterday that wasn't drainable, so everything I had, like my milkshake, etc., like I drained after I had it. So I don't understand why I was being so sick. Sometimes dairy can make me sick, but not that sick, so I'm thinking maybe a flare. I had to drain twice this morning, and there was quite a bit, not quite a bit, I'm over-exaggerating, there was a little bit of blood last night in my vomit. So I'm thinking that I've torn my esophagus again, because I can usually tell if it's coming from my stomach or esophagus. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that, make sure I don't lose too much blood, etc. But I'm sure I'll be fine. And I am getting my bloods done next, what's the date today? It's the 6th, so it'll be next week I'm getting my bloods done, so we'll see what everything's like, and hopefully my blood count's all fine. I'm sure it will be, because I'm feeling okay, and I'm finally feeling much better from like my infections. I think yesterday was the first day I didn't have a headache. I had a little tiny one when I first woke up, but then I was pretty much headache free the whole day. And I have a little bit of a headache, but it's more of a pressure, you know, if like you haven't opened your window. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but in our particular room, if we don't open our window every now and then, the pressure builds up in our room, and it can feel like someone's like kind of like squeezing your head. So I might as well just open this a bit now. Yeah, so I'm just getting ready, and then I'm gonna head out to my mother's. I've got another lemon sweet in my mouth. Don't freak out, ignore the fan. Actually, I might turn that down because I opened the window to let the pressure out, but then it got really hot. So I know some of you guys live for my outfit of the days. I feel like I haven't done one in a while. So I'm wearing my hair au naturel. It's got like this weird kinky wave in it. I'm not really a fan, but I can't be bothered to straighten it, and I'm trying to grow it. So anyway, I've got this white striped, white and grey and navy blue striped top, which has like a weird kind of off the shoulder thing, but not quite. And on the bottom I have my white jeans, which are kind of a little bit too tight, as you can probably tell. Some of you might think they look alright, but I think personally they're a little bit too tight. I do need to go shopping and get the next size up. But I don't have any money at the moment, so I'm waiting for payday. Yeah, outfit of the day. Oh, and I'm wearing my wedgies. My little bit of a wedgies with the black disco pant kind of fabric. I don't know what to call it. I'm sure I'll think of it afterwards, but yeah. Anyway, this is what I'm wearing. I'm about to leave. Let me know what you think of my outfit. Hey guys, so it's been a little while since I've vlogged. I didn't vlog at my mum's. There's a weird lightning thing going on. Like at first, Tom thought it was someone taking a picture, but then it happened 3 times while I was sitting in my mum's drive. And now it's happened about 3 times driving from my mum's to the like the petrol station where we are now. I'm just gonna check my tires and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so it's happened 3 times on the way. It only takes like 5-ish minutes to get here from my mum's, so that's quite a few. Hang on. Let me turn my engine off. I thought I heard thunder then, like lightning and then the thunder, but I don't know. Hey, Tom's just filling up his car with petrol. Put my shoes back on. I don't like driving in big shoes like this because I feel like I can't feel the pedals as well. I mean, I can drive in them, I just prefer not to if I can help it, so I usually just take them off. Alright, I've never ever done my tyres by myself before, so we shall see how we go. I actually can't remember what they're meant to be. I think it's 32 PSI. It's meant to be 36. Why is it different? I'm so confused. It says 36 and the other one's 42. I'm just gonna wait till Tom comes over here, I think. Actually, I might go and ask him. I just looked on my fuel cap thing, and it's got different tyre pressures for each one. And I don't know which one it's meant to be. It's got... Alright, I'm just asking. Let me get my... this thing, yeah?
Yes.
So it'll be 33. You just push it on?
Yes.
It's not even that bad. It's not that difficult.
30 is fine.
Is that thunder?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder or not, but it's scary. I didn't even know that there was meant to be a thunderstorm. I didn't hear anything.
Right, what haven't you done?
What do you mean?
Rear tyres on your car is different.
Oh. what was it, 33 and 30 at the back.
I thought it was 31.
Let me have a look.
Well, normally I put mine at 31 or 32 for all of them.
31 for the back and 33 for the front.
Take it off and put it back on again.
What am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
It seems like it's just letting air out, not putting it in.
Pass it here a second.
What are you going to do different?
Right, it's because, look, you were hitting that, so you've scratched all of that.
Oh, bollocks. You can stop filming. I'm that much of a fail, I think. Success?
A bit of mentoring.
Mentoring? Well, that's what I mean. I just need you to show me one time and then I'd, like, figure it out.
Should we get going before it starts cutting down with rain?
Yes, we shall. There is a thunderstorm a-brewing and I don't feel like getting caught in it, so away we go. Away we go. Whoa, guys, there was a, I don't know, you probably couldn't hear that and I probably can't play it because I had my music on and I don't want to get copyrighted, but I've just turned my music off for this. I've got my camera on my dash, so it's almost like a dash cam at the moment, which isn't bad. I should probably do this for when I'm driving. I actually want to get a dash cam, but anyway, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to catch some of this thunder and show you guys because it's insane. And lightning. I hope the lightning shows up. Hopefully when we're driving on the motorway, which is in a little bit, I'm just on like a normal street at the moment, or it's like a main, quite a busy street, but when I get on the motorway to go back to my dad's, or the freeway or highway or whatever you want to call it, I just call it a motorway. Ooh, there it is. But yeah, when we get on the motorway there isn't as many street lights, so I'm hoping that you'll see the lightning a lot better. Okay, so we're about to turn onto the motorway now, guys, so hopefully we'll be able to see some good lightning. Whoa. That was really loud. I hope that's loud on camera, but that was crazy. Oh, it's kind of scary when it's above you. But I'm pretty sure you're safe in your car though, right guys? Right? Oh my god, I'm scared. Get me home. I just realised that the lightning might be better, but you're probably not going to hear the thunder because I'm going 100 miles per hour. Whoa! Okay. I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I want to pull over. The thunder makes me so anxious. Oh, when it's really loud like that and it's right above you, hopefully you'll see some good lightning. But the thunder is very loud and very scary. Lightning I don't mind, thunder scares me to death. Especially when I'm... Bloody hell! This is crazy. It is pretty pelleting down now, guys. Mother Nature is pretty wonderful, I will say that though. You know, it's scary, but it's also beautiful. You know, when I was younger, my mum used to tell me that when it was thunder and lightning, I used to get scared, and Mum used to tell me that it was just God moving his furniture around. So that always made me feel better, but right now I know that's not an actual thing, so you know, it's pretty nerve-wracking. And I've literally just left my little fur babies. They hate the thunder, they get scared too, so I'm hoping they're okay. Guys, I just realised that my shoes are on backwards, and because obviously your feet aren't meant to be that way, my big toes are both subluxed and they're pushing inwards, and obviously by the time I take my foot out to show you, it's probably gonna like pop back in, but I just thought I'd let you know. Oh, my toes. Ow, 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 ow. Oh my god, no. This one hasn't got my kin, hang on. Oh, I can't do it. Oh! Let me just make sure the other one's in properly. Oh! Oh, my toes. Oh, my toes don't dislocate so often, but they do occasionally now they're really sore. Owie. Ow, ow, ow. That was a crazy film though, oh my god. I'm gonna keep my distance from my dad because he's kind of over his like abscess tooth thing, but now he's got the flu and he's got a pretty high temperature, and I'm like, I do not want what he has. I actually brought something back from my mom's that I have showed like once on my channel, but I thought I would show you all my new, because I haven't showed this in like years. But once upon a time I did actually show this to you guys. So I occasionally sketch. I haven't sketched in ages, but you know, I thought I'd show you guys my sketchbooks. So I'm going to show you my big sketchbook first because there's less drawings in this. There's more in my little one. I only have like 2 drawings in here, so we'll start at the front. Okay, so this first is just a piece of art that I did on my, just like a, you know, an A4 piece of paper, and it's the arrow from, is it called the Green Arrow? Here it is. It's Oliver Queen as the arrow. I don't know what year I did this, but I've signed it at the bottom. I loved this when I first did it, but now I just think it's not good. But anyway, moving on. I don't know, that's just like a random piece that's just floating around. Then the first big piece I did in this one, because this is like an A3, so it's quite big, is a rose and some leaves and like a little bud that's like sprouting. I don't like colouring, like I don't like sketching with colour, because I feel like it's just, I'm really bad at it. So you will see that pretty much most of my drawings are just black and white because that's what I prefer, just pencil. And then this was meant to be Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, but it kind of ended up turning out like half Khaleesi, half Cersei, because I think I started out doing Khaleesi and then I was like, should I make it Cersei? And then I kind of just ended up mixing it, but you know, you can say, I think it looks more like Khaleesi than Cersei, but I also think there's very Cersei-like features, like the mouth. I don't know, let me know what you think down below, or who you think it looks like. Okay, so next is my A4 journal. And I did a lot of animals at the start because I really enjoy drawing animals. I'm really bad at drawing people, as you can probably tell in there. This was 2016. This was like when I was admitted for like 2 months, and it was one of my first really long admissions, and I did a lot of drawing to pass the time. So there's a lovely horse, and then we have a lion. Comment down below if you've been watching my channel long enough to have seen these before, because you are seriously a long-term subscriber. Then we have this one, which was a tattoo design that I wanted to get, which actually has this is actually part of my ECG, of one of my ECGs. I kind of followed it exactly. And then it's got just live at the, like, coming off it. Then this was another tattoo design that I actually did for one of my friends, which was like a rose and key with some leaves coming off, and I thought that was pretty. This was literally right after Bieber's album came out, because Bieber's album Purpose came out 2015 and I did this like beginning of 2016. So anyway, picture of the Biebs. I don't know if it looks like him. I told you guys I'm really bad at drawing people. Then I started drawing another colour picture. This one's meant to be Deadpool, but I kind of gave up halfway, which is why it's unfinished, because I thought it looked bad, but you get the idea. Then I did a black and white drawing of Stitch, which I actually am quite happy with this one. So there's that. Pretty sure I did one, oh yeah, I was about to say, pretty sure I did one of Jasmine, and that one is in colour, which again, I don't mind, but I'm just really bad at like shading and highlighting, and I just I'm not that happy with that one. Then this one was done 2017. It is an arm going into water, and as it goes into the water it turns into a skeleton. Now the next couple pictures, you can probably tell I was going through like a bit of a hard time with my mental health, which is why they're a bit more, I don't know if I would say dark, but they're a bit more deeper. They have a bit more meaning than, you know, say Princess Bloody Jasmine. But anyway. Next, this is one of my favourite drawings, and if I zoom in like close, you can actually see like each individual hair. It's not focusing that well, but honestly it took me hours to do this, like 6 hours, because I had to do each individual hair and it took forever. But if you look at it from a distance, it looks like there's just a load of white page that hasn't even been touched, but the whole of the fox or wolf is got hair on it. This next piece is just I think it was just like, I don't even know, a dandelion, I suppose, coming off, like the little things are starting to sprout off. This was like a really easy one, but I thought it looked cool. This one I did around Halloween, and the idea of this was to have the entire pumpkin patch black and white except for one pumpkin. So again, this is unfinished, but you could, if you can imagine what it would look like, you know, these would all be coloured in like black and white, and then the coloured one. Now this one, I've actually sold like 20 of these like I think it was 2017 when I did this. I posted it on my Instagram. This was before I had many followers, or not as many as I have now anyway. And loads of people messaged me asking to buy it, or could I send them a copy, like and they would like frame it to put it in their room. So anyway, yeah, it's just a girl. She is meant to be naked, but then I decided that I was going to kind of make it look like she had like some sort of shawl or like scarf wrapped around this side. But you can, you know, I suppose picture it however you want. And she has her hair up in a messy bun. And originally she was meant to be facing a window, but I decided just to have it like that. After I'd drawn the girl, I decided that I didn't want to put the window in and it's meant to be raining. Then this, I love this one. I should put the dates on these so I don't forget. But this is the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, and I love it so much. It's not perfect, it's, you know, very kind of, there's a few details that I'm not happy with, but overall I really like the effort I made, and I really like that one. Now lastly, again, this is like a piece when I was going through a bit of a rough time with my health, and it is a girl and she's lying in a bed crying, and she's like hugging her duvet, and I'm sure many of you guys can relate, you've had moments like this. But yeah, it was kind of a visual representation of how I was feeling, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I want to get back drawing again because I love it so much, and I want to fill up this entire journal, hopefully. But yeah, let me guys know what you think. I know they're not that great, but it was my best effort, so I hope you guys are okay. And yeah, it was a crazy storm. Still getting over it. Guys, Tom just said to me, he's like, I need to do my things that make you go earlier because I'm half naked every time.
So Rosanna's still going.
Rosanna Pansino. I used to really like her, but then she got really cringy.
Hey guys, it's Real.
Maybe she always was, but I just didn't realise it.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just editing today's vlog, and I just want to apologise for how much of a wimp I am when I was driving home, like literally. But in the moment I was really scared about it. Like, I do not like thunder and lightning at all. Lightning I don't mind, thunder, it's the noise I don't like. Tom knows from being with me for 5 years that sometimes I don't say I'd have like panic attacks, but I get really like scared, don't I? Like,
you're a bit of a wimp.
I am a bit of a wimp, especially if it's like thunder, but I'm not a wimp about other things. Like my health, like being in pain and stuff, I feel like I have really high pain tolerance and I'm quite good with stuff like that, but like thunder, I'm just like, no. Welcome to another episode of
Magic with Susan.
Oh my god, comment down below if you guys know where that's from.
Only joking. Things that make you go, Why don't toothpaste companies make drowsy toothpaste so when you brush your teeth before bed it helps you sleep? Because then you could have a drowsy one for before bed.
And then like a coffee one, like an awake one.
Coffee one for
mornings.
Mornings, just don't get them mixed up. You imagine.
Toothpaste, caffeinated.
How do you bring an idea?
That make you go, oh my gosh. Copywriting that idea right now, guys. When you see it in the shops, it's ours. Anyway, Tom and I are gonna head to bed now. Well, I'm gonna edit, Tom's going to bed. But we love you guys so much. Good night, Baba. I love you.
You feel a bit warm.
I don't have the thermometer, it's in the lounge. Tom's going to get the thermometer because he thinks I have a temperature. But I'm glad he's so kind and caring and that he thinks these things, because you know me, I'm not like that. Stick it in. Ow! Bloody hell, it's gonna go through the other side. Well. It's not that high though. It's just a little bit elevated.
Alright, we'll take some paracetamol.
Yes, sir. Well, if we just keep an eye on it.
Oh, you're concerning me.
I'm wondering, this is the paracetamol that I use. It has got a prescription on there, but that's just because I got it from the hospital when I was admitted, so.
You don't take it already.
I'm not. I'm just going to measure it in this tube and go put it down. It's going to make me feel so sick. Anyway, I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed today's vlog, please smash the thumbs up button. Excuse me. And hit that subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you and good night.